Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of That Guy Outdoors. Without further ado, I'm going to do some bass fishing here at my favorite pond across the street from my house. Alright, here we go. We might do alright tonight. There was a front that blew through earlier today. It was cold and rainy, but now, boy, it's absolutely beautiful out. So, first thing we got to do is find the bass. Once we find them, then we'll zero in on our technique, see what exactly we're going to use for the day. Oop. They're in here. Must be a crappie. Ooh, there's one. Oh man. Oh yeah. There we go. Think about that one there. Tell you what, that's not too bad for the first fish of the night. You know, guys, as I start this YouTube channel, you know, I want to tell people about fishing, and I want to tell people about hunting. I want to teach and inform and inspire, but all outdoor skills start somewhere, and that place is not having the actual skill. A lot of it is outdoor philosophy, and that's, I think, what I'd like to get into more with my channel. I mean, I'll tell you about the lures I'm using, but in the end, I want to tell you how to be successful in the outdoors. And a lot of times, that goes far beyond what you do, but how you do it. And I think that might be the point of my channel in the end, is it's not so much what you do to be successful, it's how you go about the pursuit of being successful. You know what they say, that, you know, if you're doing something and it doesn't work, to change what you're doing. I think in fishing and in outdoor living or outdoor lifestyle, that really applies. You know, we're not given a lot of time, most times, to be successful. You only have a finite number of days to do something, or hours to hunt, or hours to fish. So a lot of times you got to have the wherewithal to quit doing one thing if it ain't working, or if one spot ain't working, and you got to change it up. Even if it leads you outside of your comfort level, still got to be able to let that go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from fishing with a reaction bait. We're going to slow it down a little bit. We're going to fish a Nico rig with just a little worm with a drop shot hook attached to it, and there's a nail weight right in the end of it. And you just pop this thing along and let that top part wiggle as you walk it along the bottom, and it can be deadly. If you're fishing where the fish are at, you're catching them, man. Even if they're just coming up and poking at it. Sometimes it's good just let it sit there on the bottom. Because fish will come down and they'll look at that and they'll go, hey, what's that? Look at that thing. Again, sometimes it almost seems like it's unfair. Oop. Just got a hit right there. Oop, there we go. There we go, fish on. It's coming in pretty quick. Maybe it's a crappie. Oh no, it's a nice bass. Jeezy Pete. It saw me. It was like, oh no, not that guy. That might be the same fish I just caught. Alright, barely hooked in the lip. Oh, barely hooked. Yeah, man. Got him. Jeez. Tell you what, just barely hooked in that upper lip with that Nico Rig Z-Man TRD. That is just how you want it. Just like that. Oop. Except for not in his tail. Beautiful fish, man. I just love bass fishing. And here we go again. One last look at the fish. All right. Number 2. That's pretty cool. And we're going to see if we can make that work again. What we're going to do is we're just going to work this around this dock a little bit. A lot of times if you find them with your search bait, if you go out, just a reaction bait, try to see if you get things to bite. If you slow it down with these finesse baits, you give fish that are only marginally active a chance to really see what you're doing. Oop, there goes one there. There goes another. There we go. That's your crappie there. All right, what do you think about that? Man, they don't get any better. Look at those colors. Look at the colors on that fish. I see purples and greens. Look at you. That is one beautiful fish. All right, everyone. One last look at this beautiful crappie. I'm gonna slide it back in the water. Coming back home. The bluegill seem to be out in force. You know, I'm getting bites all along this level right here when I cast parallel to the bank. So what I'm going to assume is that because the wind is coming in this direction, as you can see the waves, the wind has the bait fish pushed up against this shallow. First layer you have is the bluegill feeding on those very smallest of bait fish. And you got the bass one layer out feeding on the bluegill. So what we're going to do is we're again just going to toss it right out there. Let it sink to the bottom. And we'll work this bait real slow. Oop, there's one right there. That's the thing about this finesse bite. Oh, it's another crappie. Nice little crappie. Not as big as the last one, but still a lot. Oop. That was a good release. I'm going to try to fix this bait. You know, when the fish swim through the water, of course they swim forward, so you got to figure that most fish are dark along the top, light along the bottom. So if you're pulling only one side or the other, you're missing that kind of color change. You know, that is definitely something that tends to flash a little bit. So, not having any luck on that side of the deck, so now we're going to go on this side. There's another one. Looked kind of deep, but just about perfect. Right in the top of the mouth. Should pop right out of there. There you go. A nice release on him here. I love a good release. Alright. Alright guys, it's time for a change of venue. We caught some fish at that first spot and it was a lot of fun, but at this point I think it's time to move on. I had a bite that time, so I'm going to go ahead and check out this finesse bait a little bit. See if I can't, just by slowing it down a little bit, can't get something to bite. Who knows what's out there? Oop. Here we go. There we go. Sometimes just changing it up a little bit, really the ticket. All right. Boy, that's beautiful. Oh yeah. A nice fish right there. There you go. That's what it's all about right there. Got a nice release on this one here. And you ready? You ready? And there you go. Alright. Guess no harm, no foul. Alright, so my GoPro died. So what ended up happening is I didn't use an O-ring on that. They just stole the bait. This is a Z-Man. I'm telling you what, this brown and orange, like molting craw, I think they call it or something, is probably the best color of Z-Man I've ever found. Of anything, it looks like a crayfish. Heck, it looks like an earthworm. We're gonna plunk this thing around in there and see if we can't pull something out. Whether it's a bluegill or what, we don't know yet. I was just telling you about how the Z-Man Ned rig, which I'm sorry it's all bent up, it should be very straight, but take a look at that color. That color gets them every time. Smallmouth, largemouth. It's pretty awesome, man. Love it. Another beautiful largemouth on the night. I know the sun's getting behind the clouds and all, but it's probably getting kind of hard to see with that camera. It's kind of old one, but and that's cool. The Ned rig does it again. We're gonna try it like this. Wait, watch. There's one from the mud, and we weren't even watching. We're gonna put it right back without looking. All right. Should we go back to the dock? Let's go back to the dock. If it's good here, it'll be good at the dock. And who knows what this TRD is gonna do, man. I'm excited. All right, we're back at the dock with our Ned rig, their Z-Man, you know, regular TRD, 2.5 inch, I think it is. And I'm gonna see how it is we can close the night out. Hopefully it's beautiful, the water's still, and the weather's warm. This is just so beautiful. I'm so thankful, firstly, to be out here, but second of all, to have baits like this. It works so well. I'm just gonna keep fishing. You gotta take it when you get it. Nights like this don't come around very often. Gotta be thankful for the time, support from your family, and good friends that allow you to fish in their ponds. I'd like to end my night with this fish. It's not the biggest one of the night, but I have so much respect for these fish. I mean, just to be born here in this lake with all the predators. I mean, there's crappies and bluegill and other bass and snapping turtles. Gotta have a lot of respect for something that can be born from an egg with hundreds of brothers and sisters and be the one that survives. And fish there is a survivor. Man, so much respect for these little things. Hey, I really appreciate you going along with me tonight and experiencing what I get to experience. Is this my fish, Ohio?